I know you're gonna dig this.
There we go! Hey guys, welcome back to Droid Racing. And today we're actually adding more power to the Fiesta ST. Now we got the big turbo upgrade already, as you guys saw. And we just did the clutch upgrade to the Whoosh Stage 3 clutch. But now we are adding more fuel. These are the Bosch 30% bigger injectors. And what this car lacks a lot of is fuel delivery. And so these upgraded fuel injectors will definitely help get that fuel to the engine. So it's going to kind of show you how I'm replacing these. I've seen some tips and tricks and how to replacement, and there's a special tool that you can buy to do this, but hopefully this is the only time I'm doing this, so I won't have to buy that. So let's get right into it. All right, sorry for the messy engine bay. It was a little dirty and crusty, but pretty much had to take off the 4 coil packs. They're all 8mm, and then once those are out, we got to take I don't even know if you'd call this a valve cover or what the technical term for this is. We got to take this off, and those are all 8mm. There's a couple of them around, and then I also got to take off that nut from this piece of the intake so I could slide this up and out, I believe, too. So I'm going to do that. All right, guys, I failed to mention, probably the best idea to disconnect your battery, and then after you get all your coil packs out, there's a few clips in here. Take those all apart, disconnect this hose, and I loosened these up already, and these just kind of stay put in there, so you don't need to fully remove those. And I think I'm getting close to being able to take that off. Also, there's this little cover. So as I see, I got it off. There's this little cover. You can see in the last clip that sits back there. Take that off, and then there's 2 more bolts. They're 7mm right under that. That's pretty much the last thing that's holding that on. All right, next you're going to want to unhook each injector. You can see little clips there. You'll take those apart and pretty much snake it out of there till it's out of the way. So the next step you're going to do is get rid of this fuel line. So obviously loosen there, pull that out. There may or may not be a little bit of gas in there. And then these bolts here for the fuel rail, 10mm. It might be a little tricky to kind of pry up on and get it loose and out of there, but there probably will be some gas that comes out of there, so just be cautious of that. All right, it was a little prying, but I finally got the fuel rail here. It's still got some fuel in it. Now, the real tricky part where they do make a special tool to remove these injectors, but I'm probably just going to have to put a little arm muscle in there and be careful, kind of wiggle them and pull them straight up. So just I struggled for a little bit. And if you don't have the special tool to do it, it makes it super difficult. But let me show you what I did. We had this piece of bracket here. I think this was a seat bracket for the other race car. And pretty much put it across here so I'm not going up against this piece of plastic and possibly breaking it. Kind of got that there. I took these vice grips because the real tool kind of does this where it wraps around the injector there, around the body of it. Yeah, it'll wrap kind of right around in this area. Now I don't have these like tight towards like squeezing it just enough, so it just goes around, and I wrapped it around there. They got a pry bar up under them and kind of pried them up. It took a little bit of pressure, but it came out.
Well, ready to have fun today, Ricky?
No.
No? So this is not a how-to video?
No.
Do you have to know? Do you have to know how to before you can do a how to?
This is how we did it.
Well,
Show them the struggle.
we haven't done it yet.
But we got one injector out, and the method I kind of talked about already only works for that one because there's some ribbing in there that prevents clamping all the way around the injector. So we're trying to come up with another way. I thought I bought the tool off Amazon from a link, and it said injector puller. And the kit I got from recommendation from someone else. He sent me the link. Everything is good. I got the timing belt changer.
So you got future tools.
I got a future tool, but not ideal for this situation.
Okay.
So, yeah, we're gonna come up with something else.
We'll dig into it, and then hopefully we got something to
And
show you.
if we could just get these out today, because it is the middle of the week, if we could just get these 3 pulled today, and if that's all we got done, that'd be a win.
All right. Well, I'm gonna put the camera down, see if I can help you out.
All right. Well, like I said, we tried to find a way because the tool I supposedly ordered, I didn't get. So I didn't realize you already had a slide hammer. So we had that. That was already half the battle with the tool. And we fabricobbled, really, this little nifty piece here. Drilled it, cut it, and that fit just, he said, just right in that. I was able to grip that under there enough, and I went hard.
Just send it. One left.
We tried
Yeah.
tying a string, like a heavy duty string, and like prying up. It was a lot of force, but I don't know why that.
Yeah, it needs a slide hammer to pull it out.
Yeah, so one more. The other one, I think, when you were experimenting with this, you loosened up or just got enough where I pulled it out by hand. So one left.
So yeah, if you're not familiar, this is a direct injection injector, and they mount a lot different than port injection.
Yeah. What do they say? Improvise, adapt, overcome.
Yeah.
So, come over here, look at this. So, see all this room the first one had right here? All the room there. And then we got less room and then less room. And then this last one was right here. So we're battling this plastic piece. So we got these small vice grips on there. We drilled a hole into them. Ran a screw through it. And then got that on our slide hammer. And
I'll be dang, it worked.
It's not stupid if it works.
That's right.
So once again, and you've said this many times, this is not a how-to. It's how we're doing it, and most of the time I'm learning as we go also. And hopefully, if you could take anything from this, make sure you buy the right tool to begin with. That moral of the story, buy the right tool. I tried, and of course I still got the wrong one. So, I mean, if you're too cheap and you already have a slide hammer, well, this is probably more of the route, but the tools are like $40 and they go up to like $150. So
Yeah,
if you're gonna be doing this a lot, buy the expensive one. So yeah, kind of the next thing we gotta do is we gotta take these seals off, these old ones, and move them over to the new ones. I gotta remember how to do that, and then when they're moved over, make sure they're nice and free and no grit in there. So that's kind of the next step. Okay, guys, back at it the next day after struggle last night. Now these pieces here, I don't know what you would call them. I think they're like a gasket holder of sorts. But these need to get moved over to the new injectors because you see here they don't have them. And film in one hand, pretty easy to remove. Pretty much get your screwdriver in there, twist it, and they pop right out. Already got the other three. Real easy enough. So gonna get the other ones in, and then we'll be ready, I believe, to maybe get the injectors put in. All right, so after some consulting, I figured out how I wanted to get the injectors in. I've seen videos where people putting them down in the hole and then tapping on them with a socket and a rubber mallet. But I ended up putting, obviously with some little grease, putting the injectors in their slot, all 4 of them across, and then kind of dropping it down in there. I got all 4 bolts started, and then run them down equally, and that should get them all pretty well seated in there. And then kind of from that point, you just go in like reverse order and get everything kind of put back on. I'm working getting the intake all put back together, and then get the coil packs back on and everything, you know, reconnected. And then I'm going to be waiting for my dad to get home so I can start it up and have an extra eye on watching stuff if we have any leaks for whatever reason, or, you know, if we have any problems, I get an extra eye on it, and so we don't have any major issues. So yeah, I'm gonna get the rest of this buttoned up. All right, guys, so of course the Ford dinging. Got everything put back together. I don't think that's gonna stop. Anyway, so I got everything put back together, the battery back on. Now I'm gonna be loading up the tune for the upgraded injectors, and then we're gonna fire it up and
Check for leaks, huh?
check for leaks.
Yeah.
Any luck? We don't smell anything, we don't see anything, and should be able to just drive right out here. All right, so obviously got the doors open. After you load up the tune, you gotta wait like 15 or 20 seconds afterward. Just let it, I think, the computer do its thing. Normally when you do put in a new tune, it does crank a little bit longer for whatever reason, but this time it probably just will, for the fact that the fuel rail and everything is dry. So it'll probably be normal to crank a little bit longer. All right, you ready?
Yep.
AFR gauge if someone's leaking.
No, it won't show up there. We'd smell it. I mean, you'd see a leak. Well, what do you think? So far, so good?
So far, so good. All right, guys, took it out for a test drive, and everything seems to work fine. Doesn't run weird. Not smelling any gas, so that's the biggest thing. So yeah, thanks for watching the video, and hopefully you learned something from my mistakes, and I definitely learned some more lessons for myself. So yeah, hopefully you earned your sub, like the video. We'll see you in the next one.